Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm really excited to share my thoughts and feelings about an incredible movie that touched my heart. This film beautifully weaves together themes of self-discovery, love, and resilience. So, grab your popcorn, get comfortable, and join me as I dive into the captivating world of a geeky girl gets bullied but she is favored by the prince. Let's get started. Toward the start of the film, our hearts will be troubled by a young kid who was isolated from her folks. Around then, she was going to a delight challenge at a school. The young lady was Kamiya Manaha. At that point, the champ of the Excellence Challenge saw Kamiya who was struggling. Right away, that wonderful lady moved toward Kamiya to solace and quiet her. At long last, Kamiya could be brought together with her loved ones. Then, the scene shows a young lady who is eating with her loved ones. The young lady is Kamiya, who is presently a teen and is going to her fantasy secondary school. Kamiya has let her family know that she is in a similar class as two individuals who generally win excellence challenges 2 times in succession. The male hopeful named Kigo is a model for a magazine. In the meantime, the female challenger named Yuri is the girl of an extremely well-known restorative organization proprietor. At the point when she leaves for school, Kamiya strolls with her dearest companion named Himari. It tends to be seen here that Kamiya has consistently disparaged Mia and can't say a solitary word since she is struck by Kigo's comeliness. Seeing the circumstance, Kigo understands that Kamiya has been entranced by him. He likewise says that uproariously and furthermore unhesitatingly. This scene shows that Kigo is an extremely sure individual. Then, he understands that the school hour is drawing nearer and closer. Moreover, Kigo welcomes Kamiya to play hooky together on the grounds that he imagines that they will be late that day. In any case, Kamiya guiltlessly consistently has a shaky outlook on doing as such. Later on, Yuri is seen requesting Kamiya to fill the empty situation for the candidate. Hearing that, Kamiya is amazed on the grounds that she feels exceptionally improper to do as such. Notwithstanding, Yuri actually attempts to persuade her that she will participate in the Magnificence Challenge. In the wake of hearing these words, Kigo then, at that point, concludes that Kamiya will participate in the occasion and all understudies at long last concur with that. The following day, Yuri and her 2 companions are once saved by one of the Magnificence challengers at the school. This drove her to fantasize about going to a similar secondary school and furthermore turning into a contender very much like the lovely lady who had saved her around then. Without acknowledging it, Kamiya's and Kigo's hands grasp firmly in the light of the fact that they are so fascinated by visiting. Seeing this, Kigo again denounces and inquires, until when will the 2 clasp hands? Abruptly, Kamiya relinquishes Kigo's hand and promptly requests that Himari pass on the issue that makes the light fall, and it appears to be that it will hit Yuri. Immediately, Kamiya runs and pushes Yuri to save her. In any case, at long last, Kamiya is hit by the item. Then, at that point, the scene shows Kamiya awakening in a clinic bed with swathes on her head and portions of her face. She is crushed when she thoroughly searches in the mirror and opens her gauze. She is crying unfortunately when she figures out that there is a very lengthy scar all over. Her fantasy about having the option to our sweet touch to Kigo makes Kamiya approach the school rooftop. Kamiya, who feels extremely disheartened and miserable, chooses to hop from the top of the structure. Fortunately, she is, out saved by a man to be the understudy she found a day or 2 ago. Kamiya says that she is exceptionally humiliated by the scar all over. With a little inspiration from the man, Kamiya recovers her pizzazz. As the man is going to leave, Kamiya is seen running toward the bluff of the structure. If the second is when Kamiya is talking before the class. She claims to identify with Kamiya's condition before different understudies. Be that as it may, she has murmured an admonition sentence to Kamiya, and just both of them are familiar with it. As she is going to her seat, Kamiya is shocked by the appearance of her on the understudy top of the structure. It just so happens, the understudy's name is Sora Shimamura. He is another understudy and colleague at the school. Before long, Yuri and her Friday's Himari's hand and afterward request that she leave that spot. However, sadly, Kamiya falls into the pool rather when she is attempting to help Himari. Kamiya feels exceptionally humiliated when she gets splashed and understands that the bandage covering her injury has been taken out from her face. Seeing this, Kigo intercedes and quickly helps Kamiya. Nonetheless, he additionally falls into the pool. Then, the scene moves to a room. Kamiya feels disheartened and humiliated by the past occurrence. Needs to welcome Kigo as a model for her restorative items. Kigo will be matched with Yuri as brand representative for her corrective organization as one of their special methodologies. Seeing this, Kamiya promptly leaves since she feels truly awkward with the presence of Yuri and her mom. The following day, Kamiya and Himari are seen strolling to school. Both of them have become close again since the humiliating occurrence at the party. This time, Kamiya needs to open another page I sorted out for Yuri and Kigo while at school. Yuri likewise demands that the television slot interview every last bit of her colleagues, including Kamiya. Here, it very well may be seen that the chief feels a piece protested subsequent to seeing the injury all over on the grounds that it will look terrible when it is communicated later on. In any case, this should in any case be possible with a little change from the shooting point. From that point forward, Kamiya is seen going to the top of the school working to be distant from everyone else. It turns out when he figures out that Kamiya's perspective is extremely legit and not overstated like the expressions of different companions. The scene then changes. Kamiya and Sora are seen sitting together after work. Yet, out of nowhere, Kamiya educates him regarding her pity since she has gotten an injury all over. Then, at that point, she can't keep down the tears any longer. Around then, Sora doesn't appear to answer, and on second thought, he begins eating, which ends up being him bringing a great deal of food that couldn't be sold. Seeing Sora long later, Sora who goes to class by bike shows up. He stops for some time just to express his welcome to Kamiya. Himari, then, understands that there is something between Kamiya and Sora when she sees both of them visually connect for quite a while. She additionally believes that Kamiya is significantly more appropriate for Sora than Kigo. Then, the scene changes and it tends to be seen that Kigo is informing Takegawa regarding his disappointment. He has an extremely restless outlook on the previous evening's episode. Kigo could do without, so she doesn't appear to trust the figure of the lady before her. She helps her to remember an old occasion that is still exceptionally engraved to her. Furthermore, sufficiently certain, it just so happens. Rue is the figure of the lovely lady who once saved her when she was minimal, in which Sora anticipated this when he finds out about Kamiya's experience growing up story through Kigo. The three are seen visiting energetically and furthermore cheerfully. Around then, Sora likewise says that he wants to acquaint his sister with intruding on the discussion and says all that he contemplates Kamiya. Here, he likewise says that he saw the second when Sora held Kamiya's cheek on Christmas Eve, and it shocks both Sora and Kamiya. Be that as it may, Kigo appears to stay cool and keeps on expressing out loud whatever is in his heart. What's more, one thing that is astonishing, Kigo likewise confesses to the greatest mystery in his life. Kigo is seen opening his mysterious to Kamiya, Yuri, and Sora. That time, he lets them know that he was in many cases harassed by his life as a youngster because of the plastic medical procedure he had done. In the discussion, Sora figures out that Yuri has released Kigo's confidential. He promptly focuses on Yuri and orders her to show her real essence before her companions. Subsequent to going through an episode that has made the class invigorated, presently Sora appears to perceive Kigo as a grown-up on the grounds that Kigo can deal with his concerns smoothly. During break time, Kigo's photograph that is connected to the school wall has been littered and made a her mom grin in light of the fact that beforehand she has been stressed over how Kamiya will carry on with her everyday existence at school after the occurrence that left an injury all over. Quick version, Kigo comes to see his administrator. At that point, the supervisor says that the photograph meeting they will do has been dropped because of the rise of information about Kigo's plastic medical procedure. Coming back, they are likewise encircled by the media who need to figure out additional about Kigo's news. Seeing this additionally upholds Kamiya in doing this since he feels that Kigo is the right and suitable person for Kamiya. Sora likewise makes time to wipe Kamiya's tears and advises her to battle for her relationship with Kigo. In the wake of being dismissed, Sora appears to feel something that Kigo had encountered before, in which he attempts to be genuine and relinquished somebody he thinks often about with another person for that individual's joy. The following day, Kigo is seen missing the school transport. Be that as it may, suddenly, Kamiya promptly races to escape from that point. Then again, Takigawa is seen talking with Himari in the study hall gallery. He is stressed over Kigo's condition, in which he is likewise shocked that this time Kigo has kept something mysterious from him. Nonetheless, Himari figures out how to quiet him down and says that all will be great. Then, the scene changes. Kigo is seen carrying his face nearer to Kamiya. In any case, the two of them are amazed when they hear somebody shouting who turns out they had passed previously. Then again, the declaration of the Magnificence Challenge is going to end. However, abruptly, Kamiya shows up and yells to request that they pause. With full certainty, Kigo promptly strolls to the stage and reports that he will participate in the challenge. Seeing this, Takigawa is exceptionally content with Kigo's appearance. Then, he requests that the crowd give praise to Kigo. Yuri looks despondent and furthermore fights Kigo's presence. She attempts to raise Kigo's issue with Kamiya. Then, she likewise uncovers what really occurred in the mishap that happened to Kamiya previously. From behind the stage, she had seen Kamiya attempting to save Yuri. However, around then, Yuri appeared to be concealing the reality and didn't say that Kamiya had a mishap since she was helping Yuri. Right away, everybody is stunned and confused when they hear it. Then again, Yuri, who looks considerably more presumptuous, doesn't have any desire to just own it and on second thought goes after the understudy. Amo hen she meets Kigo. At this gathering, Kigo needs to tell his affection for Kamiya. Nonetheless, around then he deters it and just urges Kamiya to participate in the Excellence Challenge once more. The following day, Kamiya is seen getting together with Yuri. Right now, Yuri incites Kamiya and affronts the injury all over. It makes Kamiya recollect her injury. Quick version, Kamiya is seen remaining on the school steps. Then, at that point, Sora comes and approaches her. Sora then gets some information about what Cam stages with Kigo. It is then seen that Kamiya is going to admit her sentiments. Notwithstanding, Kigo promptly keeps down Kamiya's words and commitments that he will tell Kamiya his sentiments after the Magnificence Challenge closes. Then, Kamiya simply gestures and concurs. Quick version, Challenge Day has shown up. Kamiya and Kigo are seen sitting at the bus station hanging tight for the school transport. In a little while, both of them are seen shaking hands overwhelmingly and preparing to take on the excellence show that she has effectively caused the injury all over to vanish with the hint of her restorative items. While going to the stage, Yuri is seen a little shocked by Kamiya's appearance, in which Kamiya has eliminated the cosmetics all over. It makes the scar all over shown. In front of an audience, Kamiya communicates her sentiments and contemplations about what is called magnificence. As per her, a challenge that gives a positioning in view of one's appearance is something odd. She imagines that everybody has the privilege to be together. From that point onward, Kigo is seen planning to admit his affection for Kamiya. Nonetheless, Kamiya stops the discussion and says that she prefers Kigo. It is on the grounds that Kamiya as of now has overpowering sentiments to pass on to Kigo. Very much like many couples do, as a rule, they are kissing and out of the blue, unexpectedly firecrackers likewise show up. It likewise makes the climate somewhat heartfelt. Moreover, Kigo and Kamiya are found in the school library. Around then, Kamiya looks also. The following day, the class air looks substantially more bright than the earlier days. Kigo, Kamiya, Sora, Yuri, and furthermore different companions are playing together joyfully. Presently, Kamiya and Sora are seen on the top of the school building. Here, Sora gets some information about Kamiya and Kigo's relationship, which turns out that as of late Kamiya has been feeling somewhat desolate on the grounds that Kigo has landed his position back. Nonetheless, Kamiya additionally lets Sora know that school graduation day will agree on drugs. At last, the opportunity has arrived for the graduation day. Kamiya, Himari, and different companions look cheerful and take pictures together. Notwithstanding, Kamiya becomes miserable again when she hears Yuri coincidentally examines Kigo. Quick version, the class is finished. Himari plans to go with Kamiya to return home together. Presently, Kamiya gets news from Kigo that he has completed the process of recording and will before long be going to class to meet Kamiya. Himari is likewise glad to hear it. At night, aches Kamiya and Kigo nearer to one another. Similarly, as they are going to contact one another, a shadow out of nowhere seems, which ends up being Sora. Unexpectedly, Kigo is shocked and yells since he thinks the figure is a phantom masked as Sora. Not long later, different companions come to join the class, which turns out Kamiya has welcomed them all to come here and have a graduation function with Kigo. They all look extremely cheerful and do likewise not neglect. And there you have it, my friends. That was my take on A Geeky Girl Gets Bullied But She Is Favored by the Prince. This movie truly left a lasting impact on me, reminding us all about the power of self-acceptance, friendship, and the beauty of inner strength. If you enjoyed this review, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to my channel for more exciting content, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, keep watching, keep sharing, and keep spreading the love for cinema. This is Moviegoerist, signing off. Take care and catch you in the next review.